afternoon, everyone. Today is April 27th. Yep, today is April 27th, Sunday, and I'm gonna watch
Westgate, Doncaster.
I'm gonna watch my first live ever my first ever live soccer game here. My first ever live soccer game here in the UK. I'm gonna watch this season's FA Cup semi-final, Nottingham against Manchester City at Wembley Stadium. The kickoff time it's 4:30 if I'm correct, and I'm taking, because I'm from Leeds, of course I have to take train from Leeds to London as my first part of the journey. So I'm taking the LNER Azuma from Leeds here to London King's Cross, because I haven't had lunch yet, so that's why I'm traveling in LNER first class. And at the time of recording, I was already served an actual glass of OJ to start off with, and I also already got myself a pack of there you go, a pack of biscuits, raspberry white chocolate shortbread, which I already got in my lounge, not in my lounge, in the LNER first class lounge in Leeds Station, because I have access with my first class travelling status. My seat, it's carriage D, seat 5, so it's a window seat obviously, and you get the seat recline if you want, non-adjustable headrest, the tray table that you would share for every 4 passenger, and every 2 passenger you would share a USB port and a power socket that you would need. If you want a bit of a background why I'm traveling to London Wembley Stadium to watch FA Cup semi-final, because a bit of a fun fact, Wembley Stadium is actually the largest by capacity in the UK with 90,000. In Europe, that's the second largest, compared only behind the expected Camp Nou in Barcelona, Spain. And I haven't watched a live soccer match in the UK before, and then the first time you will watch at the largest stadium here in the UK. So I'm really excited to it. Again, today it's April 27th, Sunday. Train departed at 5 minutes past 1 p.m. and I will talk about more later throughout in the video. So as we are on our way to, I know this video is more about the FA Cup final, but since it's my first time, not sure, I mean en route from Leeds to London King's Cross by train, let's give a bit of an overview of the LNER catering service on first class. So en route to Wakefield Westgate, which is like the first stop, I was served like a / lunch or evening meal, which you can obviously get it from the deli menu for LNER first class, and it's like this. Okay, back to it. So what I get, it's the meze, hummus and rainbow vegetarian grain bowl, and it comes with salted caramel pot, and also I believe it's fresh fruit. Okay, not actually fresh fruit. I mean it's actually some crisps to finish. So I'm kind of starving, so I would dive into it to see how they taste. Okay, it's now 1:45, which 40 minutes into the journey, and just now we were checked our ticket, because you have to buy a ticket before on board, and regardless of standard class or first class. And as always, you can always have some more drinks, which include alcoholic drink as well. So this time, today I got myself a can of handcraft beer, which is the Hop on Board Golden Ale, which, as you can see, it's exclusively for L&E Out. So let's try it. So the L&E Out staff came regularly to offer hot drinks and cold drinks, or even alcoholic drinks if you need to. The time now, what time is it now? 20 something minutes past 2, which is around 1 more hour down to London and King's Cross. I still haven't finished my hop on board hour yet, but yeah, I need something to refresh my palate, so I requested a cup of tea, which probably it's English tea, I believe, probably with milk. I'm not sure, but it smells pretty good. And I requested some sugar to accompany with, but the staff gave me 2 packs of these kind of white sugar anyway. So I will finish it before arriving at London King's Cross, probably before 3:30. Because the match kickoff at 4:30 p.m. Again, it's the semi-final, not final. My apologies earlier in the video. Then you will need to take the tube underground from I believe it's King's Cross St Pancras to Wembley Park. Then you will walk from Wembley Park station to Wembley Stadium. So yeah, probably that's the end of my meal service enjoyment, that kind of excitement here on L&E first class from from Leeds to London King's Cross, departing at 5 minutes past 1 in the afternoon. So let's conclude what I feel on this meal right here. So the food portion wise, it's obviously don't expect too much. My advice is, if you have time to spend in the first class lounge, go and grab some some shortbread, some snacks to feed yourself on board the train. The drink wise, it's I would say I'm pretty satisfied. You got a selection of hot drinks, cold drinks, and even some alcoholic drinks to choose from. The main, I get the veggie grain bowl. It's quite refreshing. It's quite appetizing. The salted caramel pot, it's pretty sweet. I would say it's the British sweetness. So what I discovered to make it feel less sweet, is to mix the shortbread with the caramel pot. That kind of crunchiness, I would say, really balances the sweetness of the caramel pot in a positive way, I would say. So yeah, for now I would kind of enjoy the view outside for 1-ish more hours before we again arrive at London King's Cross, probably by 3:30. So it's now just 3:30. I've already boarded the Metropolitan line, the London Underground, from King's Cross St Pancras to Wembley Park, which is the nearest underground station to Wembley Stadium. As you can hear, there are already both Nottingham Forest and Manchester City fans already arriving. Like, you know, to be early or not so early, just to be on time, because the match will kick off in around an hour time at 4:30 p.m.
London Underground and National Rail services from Euston.
So it's now 1 minute past 4 p.m. and I've already finally reached Wembley Stadium, the home of England football. So if you walk from Wembley Park Underground Station all the way down there, that should take around like 10 minutes. I already have my ticket ready on my hand, and based on my seat, it will be going through the right hand side, the yellow zone. As you can see, it's turnstile L. So, you know, let's quickly head inside and introduce more about the Wembley Stadium, that this season's FA Cup semi-final, another like Nottingham Forest will face Manchester City. The winner of this competition will face Crystal Palace in the final, who beat Aston Villa by 3-0 yesterday. Previously, I think Nottingham Forest faced Manchester City in Premier League match week 28, which is like a month and a half ago, with the score of 1-0 at their home ground, City Ground in Nottingham. So I am wearing blue shirt because there is kind of a dress code, as my ticket, which I'm going to talk about more later, is in the Manchester City fan zone. So let's see how it goes, and I will now, you know, head inside the stadium to talk about more of this competition. So it's now 4:15. I have already entered Wembley Stadium. I'm now at block 534, row 29, seat 235. This is the view. So now basically what they're going to do is to introduce how Nottingham Forest and Manchester City, how they qualify to the semi-final. So as you can see on my left hand side with the dark shirt, it's a Manchester City players training, whereas on the further side with the white shirt, those are Nottingham Forest fans that are training at the end. As you can see, they're going to head back to the dressing room because the match will kick off in 15 minutes time. As you can see further down there with a bunch of red are the Nottingham Forest fan base, whereas here down there with the blue moon, it's the Manchester City fan base, which means I'm sitting, at Manchester City zone, because when I buy the ticket online through SeatPick, it's called Manchester City Shortside upper tier. So here we are today, April 27th, Sunday, at Wembley Stadium, London, largest in the UK, 90,000 seat capacity for the FA Cup semi-final, Nottingham Forest against Manchester City, kickoff at 4:30 p.m. And the winner of this semi-final will face Crystal Palace in the final, who again beat Aston Villa by 3-0 yesterday, also here at Wembley Stadium. team entered inside the stadium, and because Nottingham Forest are allocated as the home team, so they announced the starting 11 for Nottingham Forest first, then the allocated away team Manchester City announced their starting 11 as well. So it's now 1 minute past 4. The FA Cup semi-final has kicked off. The allocated home team Nottingham Forest with the red shirt from right to left, and the allocated away team Manchester City with the blue shirt from left to right.
Let's go. Let's Rico.
So first half has just ended. Manchester City leading by 1-0 thanks by Rico Lewis, early goal just outside the 18-yard box in the second minute. Manchester City deserved the lead. They could have scored more in terms of more attempts and possessions than Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, in comparison, didn't really create that many chances. The midfield seems to be dominated by Manchester City. So, as in for now, FA Cup semi-final half-time score: Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester City 1. If I forgot to mention, since it's an tournament elimination match, if 90 minutes ended in a draw for some reason, the match will enter 30-minute extra time, like 15-minute half time each. And if it's still a draw, then it would the match will enter penalty shootout to determine which team, Nottingham Forest or Manchester City will face Crystal Palace in the final, also here in Wembley Stadium, London. But Manchester City is leading by 1-0. So we'll see what happens next in the second half. So again, Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester City 1. So second half has just begun. Obviously both teams have swapped side. So now from left to right, it's Nottingham Forest with the red shirt, and then Manchester City with the blue shirt. It's from right to left. identical to the first half, but Nottingham Forest almost scored a goal. I think probably by Anthony Alanga, but he just narrowly scored like off target. So obviously you can see Nottingham Forest didn't score, but it was very close, just like the first half. Joško Gvardiol from corner set piece. He scored with a header. So it's now Nottingham Forest 2. Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester City 2. Full-time score, it's Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester City 2. Manchester City deserve the win, despite Nottingham Forest playing slightly better in the second half. They even got like 3 attempts scoring, hitting the crossbar, but still Manchester City keep their clean sheet against Nottingham Forest, which means they will qualify for the final for the third season in a row, but this time when they were going to face Crystal Palace to try to regain the champion. So how do I feel overall for this FA Cup semi-final, Nottingham Forest against Manchester City here at Wembley Stadium, London? I mean, train-wise, LNER from Leeds to London, it's quite comfy. I realized that every seat you get a USB power socket and USB port and also a power socket. And the train might be a bit bumpy because when there are hot drinks, the water kind of move it like back and forth, left and right quite a bit. But otherwise, it's quite easy to navigate within London if you are traveling underground. Take the Metropolitan line from King's Cross St Pancras to Wembley Park, and then once you exit, the Wembley Stadium is just straight ahead of your eyes. In the video, I did not, go to order some food and drink because it's still early. The time it's now not even 6:30 yet. I will probably, have my dinner probably on LNER train again, because it does take quite a bit of time from Wembley Stadium back to where I live in Leeds, which is Crossgate. So yeah, that's overall that's pretty much
it today on April 27th on Sunday here in Wembley Stadium, London, largest by capacity 90,000 in the UK. I heard the attendance is 72,796. That's around 80% of the stadium capacity, which is, I think it's like all right, but I expect to kind of like, you know, around 80,000 plus. But overall, that's a pretty decent performance from Manchester City. They deserve to qualify for the final. So again today, April 27th, Sunday, FA Cup semi-final here at Wembley Stadium. Full-time score, Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester City 2, scored by Rico and Joško Gvardiol respectively. That means Manchester City will qualify for the final for the third season in a row, but this time against Crystal Palace. So that's a wrap of today's video. Hopefully you guys will enjoy by not only give a like, as you know, most importantly, my first live ever soccer match in the UK in 2025, by giving a like, subscribe this channel and follow my Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter, you know, for more content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Okay, I eventually bought the 7:35 PM train from London King's Cross all the way back to Leeds, which is good because I found, you know, the ideal train journey back home. But the only not so good thing is I don't have time to spend in L&E, our first class lounge, which is also available not only in Leeds but also in London King's Cross. But anyway, it's good to you know, get back home on a proper time and have a good time.